You're going to get the first stab at this next question. As I'm sure you are aware, the great state of Pennsylvania just passed the voter ID law. Do you believe this will suppress voters, and do you support the Federal Help Vote Act amendment that will help outlaw other state voter suppression bills?
I am opposed to the voter ID law, which has no real problem that's addressing. If you look over the past years, and I believe the Justice Department has actually conducted a study, there's something only like 5 verified cases of actual voter fraud. This is a law that is addressing a problem that doesn't exist. What it is doing is suppressing Democratic turnout. That's the purpose of the law. And so I am opposed to that. I'm opposed to federal legislation that would make those laws easier to implement, and I'm in favor of federal legislation that would bring greater federal scrutiny to those laws. And I would point out that we shouldn't be surprised that this is what Harrisburg is doing. If you look at what they were doing before this, they were gerrymandering this district. There's a reason that you guys are in this district, and that's because they think it's going to help Charlie Dent get reelected. So it's clear what they're doing has no real purpose besides trying to help the Republican Party politically.
Thank you. Rick?
It's a very expensive solution to something that isn't a problem, and I believe it will hurt us, and that it is targeted at Democratic voter suppression. I oppose it completely. When Jackson mentioned that the Republican Party left him, I am perplexed because my background is in social work. And in the 1980s, I was working at a shelter for homeless families at New Bethany Ministries in Bethlehem. And I remember the Republican Party back then. You had President Reagan. The Republicans cheered when he fired the air traffic controllers. President Reagan told us that ketchup was a vegetable for the school lunch program. We were told that it would be good to clear-cut forests than to drill everywhere, and homeless people were lazy. I have never had an interest in being part of the Republican Party, either back in the 1980s or today. I'm a proud Democrat, and I'm very proud of what we stand for. Thank you.
Okay, Rick, you're going to hit this first one. Would you pass a bill that would impose